Hello, I am Vaijayanti. I'm joining in from India. It's a little past midnight, and I'm very thrilled to be a part of the Symbol group today. I'm just going to start off with something basic, and that is time. With time, everything changes, transformations happen, evolution begins, and history is one of the major points I would want to talk about today. My intention to take up this project was to find links between symbols of the ancient past and the ones that are seen today. I do so by presenting a little project that I took up recently. Human evolution began about 7 million years ago when the human ancestry broke away from that of the chimpanzees. Throughout the ages around the world, one finds vivid examples of man's strong urge to express his creative and aesthetic instincts in visual form. And he then started communicating through gestures, sounds, by hooting, grunting, by crying out loud. And that eventually developed into the language that we use today. And these sounds spread across the world as our ancestors started to migrate. And then later it started changing as it began to hand down to the forthcoming generations due to the change in culture and influence of other languages. So man, in whatever part of the earth, at whatever period in history, and at whatever civilization, has always evolved a kind of a visual language. And this is when things started, the pendulum started swinging, and but this was just the beginning. So the origins of writing, the history of civilization and of life is one continuous evolution. And when this process is hindered, revolution occurs. So in the cuneiform script, over thousands of signs represent names of objects that were sounds, words, syllables. And while cuneiform records convey information with reference to bureaucracy and authority, they also depict daily lives of humans. So these texts unfold wishes of families to get married, to have children, to have business, and some of them, they worship gods. So while clay tablets were mainly used to write on, parchment paper and papyrus were also preferred at that time. And so traveling through the colorful alleys of India, one is struck by the beauty of art and architecture. And the era of erecting shrines and temples in India shows that architecture was given utmost importance, as these were the centers of worship, of learning, and of the arts. So religion naturally played an important role in the ornamentation of stone surfaces with carvings. And this was bound up with human interests and the emotional thought structure of the people at that time. And the ancestors seem to have had a special feeling for trees and animals, and have always included them in their decorative motifs, giving them a rare and noble beauty. So coming to writing in India, natural materials, the political situation, the financial position, cultures, science, technology have all had a significant effect on writing instruments. So writing for a specific purpose along with writing material, have had a close relation, considering that both of them have been preserved for generations. And hence, stone was used for almost all over the world. And as of colors, animal fat was mixed with colored clay to make the colors waterproof and permanent. And ancient Indian writing tools include sharpened bones, branches of trees, animal hair, bird feathers. And you see Samrat Ashoka down here, the Indian king, he encouraged writing. So most of the scripts in India came from his time. And even the art of mural painting in India goes back to the remote past, where it was a specialized mode of decoration. It is said that the marvelous qualities of durability and delicacy were achieved through the imaginative thought and skill of the artists who used techniques of both pigments and of watercolors um, to produce these frescoes. And human existence of 1 lakh years has been proven through the Bhimbetka rock shelters in Madhya Pradesh, which have the oldest paintings in the world. And these paintings consist of daily activities ranging from religious cosmology, hunting, cooking, to making indications for superstitious reasons. And they are powerful cultural symbols and beliefs of the tribes. So I'll come to petroglyphs. Petroglyphs is a Greek originated word where petro means stone and glyphs meaning carve. These motifs created by removing parts of rock surfaces by incising, by picking, by carving, by abarding. And globally, petroglyphs are spread across all continents and have a large time span from the Paleolithic to the medieval period that were considered religious and worshipped by locals who located these through associated mythological stories. And the local tribal population would treat the petroglyphs as a bequest to their ancestors. And in India, many of the petroglyphs have been found in the western part of Maharashtra, in Ratnagiri and Rajapur, where they were unnoticed for about 12,000 years beneath layers of soil, placing them in the Mesolithic period. But they were discovered only recently when cultivation was to take place in those areas. So the precise dating of Konkan petroglyphs is challenging at present due to the lack of cultural evidence, but they managed to fill the gap in archaeological records between the Stone Age and the historical period in the known human past. So over thousands of petroglyphs exist in 52 locations, spread almost 170 kilometers in length along the coast. And the carvings are 5 centimeter deep, with grooves being 3 to 4 centimeters wide. And there are, so there is a standard rule that follows when it comes to animal depiction in these petroglyphs. They show to have, so they are shown to have only 2 legs. A number of figures are seen to be animated. For instance, the animals are seen to be leaping forward, and through attacking, they appear more or less static. Investigation suggests that similar motifs are found on the Harappan seals that you see below, and in some seals where man and animal are seen to having a conflict. Hence, the Brahmi script, the Indus Valley civilization, the study of geology are also involved in unearthing of these petroglyphs. And a variety of animals such as rabbits, pigs, peacocks, sharks are spotted at these sites. And findings also suggest that carvings get intricate as one moves from north to south, suggesting a pattern of migration. Petroglyphs, still being an undeciphered script, are known to be the picture script. And I'll just show a video. Yeah. So, picture symbols. Um, Pictures have grown out of aesthetic, philosophical, and social aspects of traditional way of life through centuries, now compressing them into symbols. And a symbol is thus a compact form of a symbols are representation of anything and everything around us. They could be a concise meaning of words, of sounds, gestures, objects, figures, signs, ideas, and symbolic interactions in society are subjective and they are based on one's experiences. So, representation symbols are anything that can represent. And traditional symbols include religious symbols such as the cross of Christianity, social symbols where one identifies the society, and the Vedic symbols such as the swastika that are associated with devotion. And national symbols include the national flag, where the colors explain its meaning and bring out a sense of oneness. And through research, it has been proven that visuals are transmitted to the brain much faster than text. These images have a tendency to stay better in one's long-term memory. So monuments, sculptures, ideas, concepts, feelings, flags, emblems are examples of symbolism in one's daily life that involve a form of association and resemblance. On one hand, so on the other hand, a sign is different from that of a symbol. And a sign is a price tag. It could be a billboard, mathematical signs, or even musical signs. So the interplay between signs and symbols and representation is a phenomenon that can be readily grasped by the mind. And mathematics, linguistic, music would be nothing without symbols. And universally common representations. So conceptually, um, these symbols include uniforms of doctors, of nurses, of lifeguards that depict homogeneity. And such uniforms have an imposing effect on the crowd, um, apart from imparting a sense of pride. So I'll talk about pictograms and ideograms. So semiotic studies consider visual cues, um, body language, and sounds that are linked with linguistics and psychology. It is the study of signs and symbols and their meaning in society. These signs could be anything ranging from drawings, photographs, um, dress, or style. All of these um, convey some kind of meaning. Excuse me. And they have, sorry. They have a limited ability to convey meaning.
You need water?
Are you okay?
Yeah, just take a sec.
Ah. Dry air.
So they have a limited ability to convey meaning and an association of a concept.
But Vaijayanti, are you all right?
Yeah, I'm good. Thank you. So these are most commonly seen as traffic signs, as travel signs, wayfindings, and warning signs. So yeah, so nature played a vital role in influencing artistic endeavors since early times. Excuse me. So yeah, so nature played a very important role in influencing. Um, so its symmetry and harmony, or its colors, and all these common influences and emotional trends have brought about affinity of principles that led to exploring a new set of pictorial possibilities. And coming to um, kind of the last part of the presentation, the typographic symbols. So the purpose of alphabet is to give a sort of a visual structure um, to experiences, memory. Yeah, so the purpose of the alphabet is to give a visual structure to experiences, memory, to abstract thought. And in typography, dingbats and flurons are known to be a printer's ornaments, which include the simplest shapes such as stars, tick marks, geometric symbols. And the word dingbats is a generic name for symbol typefaces and is a type of font. So dingbats and flurons are used as a spacer typesetting, uh, as chapter heads, as section breaks, or to mark an end of the article. And they can be used in the form of squares, triangles, hearts, check marks, pinwheels, arrows. or illustrations like the pointing finger, the pencil, or a pair of scissors. And these motifs are best exemplified by the Zap Dingbats from the late 1970s and the Microsoft Wingdings that help enhance one's work by adding variety and functionality. And so style is a tool that can and must be modified according to the requirements of the subject. So while emoticons have become a thing of the past, there has been a trend of using reactions for messages, for sending stickers, bitmojis, and emojis, and a variety of Unicode dingbats are used for communication, ranging from quirky themes like cartoons, dance, music, comics, food, language, sports, and so on. It prompts one to delve into prehistory while outlining the current typographic dingbat heterogeneity, and makes an attempt to sensitize and glorify the past references in order to bring about valuable diverse dingbat styles and usage possibilities in the coming times. So to conclude, I would say the field of research should not only inspire designers, but also anthropologists, historians, sociologists, and should collaborate across organizational boundaries. And by doing this, bigger and more scientific questions could be solved, helping the breadth of the research, ultimately leading to maximum outputs, to impactful work, to expanding networks, aligning goals, and also attract funding that brings forth new innovations. So trying to become interdisciplinary in the field of research would definitely provide a shortcut to an easier understanding of this ever-changing reality. And with this, I come to an end of my presentation. Thank you to the Symbol Group for giving me this platform to showcase my work, and to everybody for being a wonderful audience. Thank you.
Thank you. Well done.
Thank you.
I would love a petrograph emoji to be able to use.
Oh yes, that would be so wonderful.
Yeah, we have chalk horses and chalk people in the hills
Oh,
in
is it?
the UK.
Okay.
And I just wondered, what is it carved into the stone, those beautiful creatures?
Yes, yes, yes.
And they're huge, really, really
They are huge. Yes.
amazing. Yeah, I'd love to find out more about that. Well
Yes.
done. Thank
Thank
you.
you so much. Thank you.
Thank you.